Blacktalon Season 1, Episode 1, Reforged. Alright, yeah, this is the Blacktalon animation that Games Workshop are doing. And it's kind of like, just starting with the trailer and all that, it's kind of like the only one where I'm kind of like, this looks a little bit interesting. So I'll check it out. And seems to be that it's focused on Blacktalon, the character, instead of the Hammer and Bolter. I didn't watch any of the Hammer and Bolter episodes, so maybe there is something to them. But I knew that it's kind of like one episode for one story with one sets of character. And it has a beginning and an end. So they're just like, I think 6 or 7 different stories. Maybe if I enjoy these 2 episodes of Blacktalon, I'll react to the Hammer and Bolter and we'll see how they are. But I'm not going to react to both of the Blacktalon episodes today. But I'm going to give the show like 2 episodes to see if I want to continue watching it. So yeah, episode 1, let's go. Reforged. Okay, so it's gonna be about... She has probably just recently been reforged. And she has like memories. Then am I really myself? Yeah. Okay, she remembers the ending. Like the moment of death. Oh, okay, she got hit. Okay, well, that's actually good for Stormcast to say, like, yes, I will die here, but I'm taking you down with me. At least, don't, like, I'll lose my memories. And did she die because of the poison or just the bleeding? Yeah, okay. Because she wants to remember what led up to that point of me fighting, I assume, Blight King, right? And not just a Nurgle Chaos Knight. Not Knight, Warrior. And here, okay, so that's kind of like how they get the deatomatized, I guess. Is that what it's called? Where they break you up into like atoms, and then on your way to Hish, you get reassembled again. But obviously, you lose something when that happens. I guess the curse of the Stormcast. They lose their memories. This is interesting. And also quite unsettling. I think they're doing a really good job with the audio. Okay, she got a little bit more of her memory. And now she's back. So obviously, by the way that they all reacted, this is something very common. When they come back, they're like, it takes some time for them to be like, okay, there we go. Yeah, you probably have. Uh, that would be very funny if that was the case, huh? That's a that was a very weird transition right there. It's probably in the land. If they eat something, like uh, that had grown from the spores of Nurgle. I don't know. Oh, okay, this is before what we just saw. I was kind of like, oh shit, is this something new? But no, this is before. So this is kind of like a flashback. Because this is the guy she killed. I mean, maybe he did survive. I mean, he is a Nurgle boy. Because we did see that she saw this guy in her flashback. So she's kind of like, wait. There are people who have been infected. I actually really like this, just judging by how she looks. Did Lumineth Realm Lord Sorceress, or Mistweaver, or whatever they're called, the magic user, Sorceress, I'm gonna call them. I think she looks pretty good. And she reminds me of a model. Uh, Not a Lumineth model, I think the Sea Elves. The Idoneth. I'll just break a wall. Or break the door so that others can rush in. And then it's your job to make sure. Oh god. When they transform up like that, do they cause like a mini explosion that hurts maybe foes around them? Because there it kind of looks like that might be the case, but in my mind that has never been the case for Stormcast. Like it kind of like looks like a lightning bolt, but it isn't really a lightning bolt. But maybe it can damage people if they're like holding on to the body as that happens. Something I never thought about. And this right here happened immediately before the episode started. Same thing. We need to die to be reforged. Mm. Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like, I don't think this is the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if it actually is like a design flaw that Sigmar did to remove their personalities every time that, like, slowly, until they become these automatons, like the, what are they called, the Night Excels? No, there was one, I remember, like Storm Host. There were like the people that had really been like lobotomized. They join that host. Or they don't join it, they get assigned to it. They have like silver armor, I think. And I will also say I kind of like the style that the show is going. Like, I was a bit afraid there was just gonna be a bunch of like fight scenes. But no, there are actually story and personality in this. Yes. Okay, so she's kind of like talking about like, Neve, your tactics when it comes to this is just making sure we win, and if we lose our memories, who cares? Like, we're going glass cannon. Like, when was the last time we got out? Or maybe like, is that why? Because I also lose memories. Okay, I like this. Alright. Kind of like losing hope. Yeah, I was already dead. Alright. She's on sniper duty. Just quick. Boom, boom. And I mean, and I could see Stormcast weapons just basically ignoring these chaos, these Nurgle warriors, or these Blight Kings, I guess. Like, their armor, like, probably very rusted. And they're not. Oh. Alright. So she actually. That's also pretty good. She didn't take out like 100 of these. What are they called? Blight Knights? Or Rot Knights? Rotfly Knights? She only managed to take out one, and then she got stabbed in the back. So I like it. They're not taking out like 600 like Chaos Knights. Like, oh god, her eyes were like evil black right there. I assume it was probably like animation thing. No, the past present and the future are all important. But I guess the most important for the present is probably the past. And the most important thing for the future is the present. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how things will go, I guess. I do not like the voice they're using for her. Alright, so she's going to... Okay, or maybe like put them into like the right order. Before that happens. There is... I think she's talking about that warrior that she saw probably right before she died. Like an infected. And she's like, shit, we need to, you know, go back and kill him. Okay. I have a hard time understanding what this character is saying. Like, I like how you look, but I have a really hard time understanding what you're saying. Okay. She's like, I'll come up with a price later. When I feel like, I really want this thing, I'll take my price. Okay, she saw him eat. Wait, what happened to the other guy? Did he just leave? He's like, okay, she's getting her memories back. I'm leaving. I don't want to know about the past. Okay, he didn't drink. Because he can't feel thirst, right? He can no longer feel thirst. Or pain. And it's... Oh no, and then she goes to help him. And then she gets affected. Okay, so I'm guessing they're not seeing it in live. Because echoes and all that, so this can be like, this is something that has happened. How long ago? Who knows? I mean, this looks like the realm of fire. So... nope. Yeah, but now when you go to them, you are gonna hurt them. Like, and he's like, he can feel that he feels bad. Yeah, just. Easy for you to say. Okay. So the Horned Shadow. I mean, to me, they sound like a Vermin Lord. To me. Skaven. That's what it sounds to me. Alright, time to kill it. Oh no, is this what she's gonna ask for? Is it dealt with? Yeah. Okay, maybe that isn't the thing she's gonna... the price. I'm seeing a... oh god, what's those bird calls? Either wing? Just eating a piece of chicken. They're gone. For now. Until next time. Yeah, and it kind of like what was Blacktalon, like before she became a Stormcast. That's one thing I really liked about the Hamilcar audiobook that was set in Shadowspire, I think. I think that is a really good, like, just short story, like 30 minutes or 19 to 30 minute long. Oh, a centaur. Not centaur, satyr. Satyr. Okay, and when you meant she, her body. Okay. Storyforge, good job. Warhammer Storyforge. Actually, I actually really enjoyed that. I was kind of thinking like maybe it will be like a 5 out of 9, like probably right in the middle. But no, it's actually good. I liked what they did in the beginning. All these memories are fragmented and we're not actually going from the beginning of the story to the end. We're going from like middle to the beginning, up to the middle again, and then back to like the middle beginning, and then into the present. Yeah, I like that. And I liked also that she went and talked to, well, she didn't talk to the big guy, but we got character moment for not only Neve, but also the sniper girl. I don't remember any of the other characters' names. I don't know, what is he? Like the older guy? Because Neve seems to be like you said, like Neve, you're the one who makes up the battle plans. You're the one who's basically telling us what to do. So I guess Neve is like the captain. then maybe he's kind of like her right-hand man. And then obviously the big guy is like the hammer and the anvil. We didn't really get like a one-on-one with him. But we know that he's a bit of a cheery guy, you know, like making jokes. We got that in the beginning when he talked about, oh, maybe I've already forgotten you guys. Then maybe I was a Svelte Lord, you know, a Svelte King from a long lost kingdom. Ha ha ha. Like he probably is. So he has at least that type of memory. Like I think what Blacktalon really wants, and then where she got that axe at the end. It was an axe that looks like the axe she has, but it had a wooden grip. I don't think the ones she has as a Stormcast, I think they don't have a wooden grip. So that is probably before she became a Stormcast. It's kind of like, oh wait, why can't I remember that? And this right here is a clue for it. So when she's told her right-hand man that I've kind of like come to terms with, I'm not going to remember who I was back then, but, you know, I don't think the past is like worthless like you do. I mean, the fact that we're losing it and we feel like this sense of loss and maybe even dread. Like, we should try and hold on to the past then even more. Like, as an anchor. But we shouldn't let it negatively affect us. Because I'll still prioritize the mission first. Even if it means, you know, dying and losing the memories. But when that happens, I'm going to do my best to at least retain as many as possible. I think the animation was good as well. Yeah, I actually have seen... I assume this is a Hammer and Bolter one. I saw the Yarek Hammer and Bolter. And I didn't really like that one. I thought the animation was very stiff. And I think I saw another... that was leading up to the Yarek one. Which was just purely about orcs. And them telling, you know, stories about Yarek. I think I remember seeing 2 Hammer and Bolter. If those are even Hammer and Bolter, I'm actually not sure. But I've seen those 2 Warhammer animations. So I knew a little bit of what I was expecting. This animation, I think, is a lot better than that one. So they have, I don't even know if it's the same studio, but it's kind of like similar vibe to the art. And I think this is a very big improvement. I'm actually looking forward to watching episode 2. I'm not going to do it today. But yeah, like just judging by the first episode, I feel like I want to watch this, at least season 1. Yeah. And maybe I'll check out Hammer and Bolter. I completely forgot, yeah, the Lumineth Realm Lord girl. Really like how she looks. I can barely understand what she's saying. Or I can't understand what she's saying. The voice effect they're doing on her and the way she speaks, like it doesn't register in my mind what she's saying. So it's kind of like I just understand like maybe like 20% of the words that come out of her mouth, and the rest I'm like, sure. I don't know. Like I can understand her character is a bit, you know, mysterious. She's a mercenary for the group, and she decided she wanted to study on this chaos, on this Nurgle infection. What would you call that thing? Fruit. Well, I'm sure that it's gonna come back to bite them in the ass later on. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm thinking Skaven, like maybe like plague, pestilence, like might come like Nurgle Skaven. Maybe that's what I'm guessing, you know, like maybe like a Nurgle and Skaven force. That's what I'm guessing the big bad guy is going to be. Then between them we're going to get... Because I don't think the next episode is going to be about Nurgle stuff and all that. Maybe at the end we'll get something, but I'm guessing it's going to be a completely just new mission that they're doing. And then at the end it might lead to like, oh wait, Nurgle Skaven stuff. That's just a guess I have. Because I assume this is going to be like 6 to 8 episodes long. That's my assumption. And if that's the case, I wouldn't do the second episode about Nurgle stuff. I would put like a week, like 1 episode break between that and then go into it.